Hey yo, what's good? It's that boy Tom Hoodlyfe, you know what I'm saying? We right here at the Rustic Oak. What's up, H-Town, you know what I'm saying? It's that boy Tom Hoodlyfe. I am your host for this new podcast that I got coming, you know what I mean, that I'm dropping. You know, this is the very first episode. This is the pilot, you know what I mean? Welcome to the world of red ink, you know what I mean? If y'all know, y'all know.
So many dark clouds, but now I hustle to feed my fam. I hope my mom is proud. And all the ones who talk so negative, they not around. Until the day I'm in the ground, you know I hold it down. And if you're moving too fast,
you know what I'm saying? So if y'all know him, man, from that red ink, you know what I mean, then y'all know he's one real individual, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all to come through, man. Let's check out this interview, man. So y'all go ahead and give a round of applause, you know what I'm saying, for my first guest coming up, you know what I'm saying, on the very first episode. Real conversation that rules the nation. This is the rotation. Y'all give it up for that boy Andrew Rodriguez out that red ink. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, man? Good.
All good.
Yeah, that be good, man. Man, it's good seeing you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since we caught up. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a little while, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute. How you been, brother?
Man, it's all good, man. Just busy.
Yeah, how's life been, man?
Beautiful.
Yeah,
everything going.
How were the holidays?
Wonderful.
Yeah,
can't get enough of it.
Hell yeah, man. I think I ate too much. I was man. I was like, yeah, man, but
better too much than not enough.
Yeah, for real. I had about 4 houses I had to hit that, you know what I'm saying? So I was pretty full. You know what I'm saying? But man, hey, brother, like I invited you out here today to do this podcast, you know what I'm saying? So really, I'm grateful and I appreciate you for pulling up and helping me. Keep this one going, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt, I believe in it.
Yeah, people don't want to see the vision like the way you see it.
Right, yeah.
And some people don't believe in it or they just don't really have time to understand it.
Right, that's
you
true.
Taking the time out your day, and I really appreciate
no doubt, it's all love, yeah.
And as a matter of fact, in the middle of a photo shoot, that's love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
So I do want to jump into questions with you, my G, let the public know who Red Ink is and who Andrew Rodriguez is and how all this came about.
Okay.
And why you decided to do what you're doing currently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a couple questions I'm going to just run through with you, man. Some shit. Let's just get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like, what part of town are you from, my G?
I'm from South East Side. Right there, grew up in Manchester. So that's like towards the end, right there by Milby.
Okay.
J.R. Harris, D.D., Milby.
Yeah, okay.
So that little shrine.
Yeah, so hey, that's my neck of the woods, man. I grew up in that area, you know what I'm saying, Southeast near the Ingrando Park area, you know what I'm saying. So, I'm pretty familiar with the lifestyle that came about out there. I'm pretty sure,
you know.
Yeah, for real, you know what I'm saying. So, man, but coming from, you know what I'm saying, the area you came from, you know, like when you were growing up, do you recall, you know, because I know in that area it's hard to have positive influences.
Right.
Do you recall any like positive, older, somebody that was trying to help and influence you into doing the, you know what I'm saying, the good in life, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? Yeah, man, I had some coaches, I had some drill instructors, because I did boot camp through, not through the military, but through probation.
Yeah. Okay.
So I had drill instructors, I had C.E.Os that really spoke to me, like on the real tip.
Yeah.
But man, you know what? If a person ain't ready, man, they're just not ready. And I wasn't ready at the time. So I look back in retrospect on what they used to try to teach me, and I appreciate it now.
Yeah.
But back then, I couldn't hear it.
Nah, for real. I mean, yeah, because you kind of tuned out with all the stuff going on.
I believe the lie.
Street life.
I believe the lie that the street life had to be the only way to come up. I believe the lie that that was all I was good for. I believe the lie that that's all I'll ever be. You know, death, prison, or, you know, death sentence.
Yeah.
So it's just a lie that people where we're from, that we just believe it. And that's what I did too. I just believed the lie. It spoke louder than all the positive.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm just glad I got a story to tell. I'm still alive and tell it.
Yeah, for real, man. Because I mean, shit, you know, not a lot of people here today to tell their story.
Right.
You already know how that is, man.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So that was real, man. And I was just going to get into that too about like, I know that the negative outweighed the positive. It's real easy for the negative to outweigh the positive.
Yeah,
you know?
right, yeah.
It's real easy, you know what I'm saying? So that I commend you, G, for staying to it, man. I know you had to go through some rough patches, you know what I'm saying? But you came out and it's looking, it's looking beautiful, man. You with the family, man. It's looking beautiful, bro. That's like what people need to strive for. That family life, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's beautiful.
Real, man, real shit. But that's real though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to hear that, you know what I'm saying? Were you active in sports?
I did. I played a little ball in the neighborhood and also for Milby. Yeah.
Oh, you played for Milby?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't nothing to write home about or nothing like that.
Okay.
We did our thing.
Yeah. My daughter, she actually in the band in Milby right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I see the football team and man, come on, boss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got more stuff than y'all, but y'all need to come on with me, man. Like, but my daughter, she in the band right now in Milby, so. You know, but I know Milby back. I know Milby back in the Gap, man. Back in the day it was wild. It was something else, man. There was something going on right there. Them boys was acting the fool, but that's what's up, man. That you know what I'm saying, that you came out of all this, you know, and just got into what you got into, you know what I mean? And you seem like a real, just a person that's trying to help other individuals in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I refuse to sit back and let people destroy their lives because they don't know their worth. And I was destroying my life because I didn't know my worth. And all I want to do is bring hope to the people that don't know who they really are or what they can really accomplish to really start living life. Yeah. Because like I said, man, you know, this life is beautiful. And you can say, yeah, but you're doing well in life. But man, that wasn't always the case.
Yeah.
So, you know, once I decided to find out who I was and what I'm here for and my purpose in life, that's when it all took a turn for the positive.
Yeah.
And it's a struggle. It's still a struggle, but I mean, you're going to struggle with anything anyway. So you might as well struggle to find out who you are, what your purpose in life, and start living it. And I tell you what, man, I promise you, once you find out your purpose in life, you know, you're going to find out that this world is more beautiful than you ever thought. Like colors are different. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything is more beautiful. Everything is cool. Everything. That's why I never have a bad day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. You got to look at the bright side of things.
I mean, things happen. You know, you take L's, but hey, man, you turn them into lessons.
Yeah.
And just keep on trucking. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, for real, man. Like, man, I respect that, bro. And that's alive, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't too many people speaking it like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So shit. Okay, so that's pretty much the only sports activities you got into?
You
mentioned?
Because, you know, you got to understand Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, my hoop dreams and my field dreams, they died out. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to be Tony. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have ounce.
Yeah, for real. Man, that's what's up, man. I know how easy it is to fall into that, you know, that life, you know, and it's real easy to fall into that. So hey, growing up, man, did you ever get into any kind of music? You know what I'm saying? Did you take some music change as you got older?
Yeah, man. When I was older, I mean, when I was a kid, I used to like Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I used to love Mike. You know, the Madonna. It was the 80s. So I used to like, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was playing around the house. And we had a little room in the back. And I was always a curious kid, so I was going through stuff in the back room. And then I seen this duffel bag, and I opened it. It was full of tapes. So I grabbed two of them out, and one said the Sugar Hill Gang, right? Okay. So I got it, and the other one said, like, the Theory is Fire. So I went inside to play it, and, man, it changed my whole world.
Yeah.
I said,
man, okay.
I started getting into more hip-hop. I wanted to start breakdancing. You know what I'm saying? That was still somewhat new. My older brother, he took me to go see breaking. So I knew I just wanted to be a breakdancer.
I remember I seen that one. That's the one where they got up them sounds being there when they click.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousins used to watch that more, bro. They used to stay on that shit, bro. That breaking shit.
And then, like, a lot of people forget the 5 elements of hip hop. You know, the DJ, the MC, then you got the graffiti artists and the dancers. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a whole other, it's more than just rapping.
Yeah.
It's the whole culture.
Yeah.
And that's what I fell in love with. So,
okay.
And then, of course, everybody was into NWA, I remember. But, man, I like Ghetto Boys.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up on
Face.
Yeah,
Bushwick in there.
He's on my top 5 face.
Oh, you know yeah. So, most definitely, bro. Yeah. So, you never really got into music?
No. I never. I love poetry. I love music. I love the talent. I love the art. But me, myself, I never really.
Because you're speaking on poetry, man. I heard some of your work, bro.
A little something. I do it.
Woo! Fire, bro. That's hard, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I asked the question, because I always wondered when you send me some of these poetries, I'm like, man, bro, I'm like, this dude spits some shit. And I'm like, you rap before, but it's just poetry that you like to get into. Okay, that's what's up. Nah, that's cool, man. So, alright, so Red Ink, how did this come about, bro? When did you first sit there and you said Red Ink?
So I'm gonna keep it short, the story. But when I was in the penitentiary, I was in it was a lockdown situation, right? And it was me and my neighbor, and we were playing chess on a board. Kind of hard to describe if you're not in front. But anyway, I seen a beam of light, right, come from the crack because it's concrete and steel. So back there, I remember seeing a beam of light, a small little beam, and I'm looking at it, and I said, "Say, neighbor." I said, man, you see that right there? And he goes, well, what is it? I said, you don't see that beam of light? And he said, yeah, what about it? I mean, the sun's going down, because the sun was going down in that situation. And I said, man, it means more than that. I said, you ain't never heard of that, a scientist that is an experiment, and he takes a rat, right? And he puts it in a tank, and he fills the tank with half and half, like cream. And then he closes it, and then he puts a box over it so it'll be completely darkness. Okay. So the rat's drowning because it's liquid. It's drowning, it's trying, and they end up dying. It just gave up. Mm-hmm. Then the next rat they put in there, the only difference is they drilled a little hole to where he can see the light, right? And that was the only difference between those two rats. This time the rat kept going, and since he seen that light, he seen hope. That he kept going, and he wouldn't give up. He went longer than the last rat. He made that cream turn into butter, and he just walked out. And that beam was for me hope. That if I give up now, I'm gonna die. But if I can see this beam of light as hope, then I can change the world. And as soon as I said that, I thought that, I reached over, I looked for my Bible, dusted it off, right? And I started reading Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. And it's called the Gospels. And that's where Jesus is talking. So everywhere Jesus is talking in the Bible, it has red ink. It's made of red ink, right? Okay. So the clothing brand is called the Words in Red Ink. And the reason why they're red when Jesus is talking is because he shed the blood, right? So after he shed the blood, that's why it's red. So in reality, what you're wearing is Jesus' blood. Yeah. And it's an anointing on you to cover. Okay.
Man, bro, that's hard, bro. That's fire, bro. That's real, G. Like, and people wonder, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you come from Southeast, you already know in our area how they are. You know what right. So when they hear red, they thinking it's, you know what I'm saying?
Which is the blood, but it ain't that blood.
Yeah, it ain't that blood. Yeah, I understand people still are stuck in their ways, and I can't.
Oh, that's okay. I'll make stuff in blue too.
Blue
for everybody.
Yeah, it's for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? So then, was that the very first time you decided to get into the clothing brand, or you always just been like into fashion?
Well, I've always been into fashion. Like, I mean, growing up in the 80s, I would see the older boys, like they'd be out there hustling, the D-boys and stuff like that. And a lot of people used to play, that's my car, because everybody would roll in a sled. Man, that's my car, man. The older G's from Manchester. Yeah. But what I always was more enticing. Did y'all see his Jordans? Did y'all see his shirt? Did y'all see that jumpsuit? So I was always kind of into fashion anyway. I got a big influence by Versace, big influence with there, big influence with Ralph Lauren, and FUBU, because he made a brand for us, by us. Yeah. And that's what I want mine to represent: power. Yeah. Hope that, man, you can make it out the mud. Everything I have has a story behind it. So it's all anointed for you to have a better life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
That's what I try to get into.
So is that like when you started, or it's when you thought of the Red Ink brand at the time you saw the light, when you wanted to make clothing? Or
well, let me tell you this. There's a story that happened to me, right? And I had called on God, without giving too much of the backdrop. I called on God, and he started answering. Like, he started really talking to me to the point where it's almost spooky. So I'm in Pasadena Mall while it was still cool to go to Pasadena Mall. Right? And I was planning to go get an outfit, some polo, go get an outfit, go to this barbecue, trying to find a girl, how that goes. So I'm there, and God's been talking to me so much that I got used to it, right? So I'm looking for some outfits, and I hear an old hymn, which is an old song that we used to sing at church when we was kids. and they passed by me. It was a woman and it was a dude. They were younger, probably 20 at the time. And they passed right behind me, right? And something said, look. And I said, nah, man, I'm not looking. Something said, look. And I said, man, I'm not looking. And it said, look. So I turned around and I looked. And the dude was wearing a t-shirt. And it had a hand like this and a nail print in it. And it said, choose today who you will serve. And I said, his clothing talked to me. Yeah. So when I went to the guy, I said, hey, man, y'all got something to tell me. And they're kind of freaked out, right? They're like, what are you talking about? But it was happening to me so much. God was talking to me so much that it became average to me. Like, hurry up, get it over with, because I want to get it over with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So she takes a breath. He's waiting on me. I said, that's it? And she goes, I guess. I said, I bet. And I left it alone. The more of that story was clothing talked to me in a place where I needed to be talked to, right? So when I got out in 2010, I started ready. But things happened, you know what I'm saying? I was still on the leg monitor. I needed to get a job. Mm-hmm. And I said, man, there's no time for this. So I let it go for 10 years, right? For about 10 years.
10 years, you let this?
10 years, I let it go. And one day when I went to the church house, Church 633, Dr. Gary Alanis, he comes on that, before that, on a Friday, I wanted to step it up again because I kept thinking about it. I want to do this, I want to do that. And every time I talk about the stuff, because I would make my own clothes anyway. I'm a big guy. So I would make my own clothes to be fresh. And everybody would be like, man, where'd you get that? Man, where'd you get? You know what I'm saying? And they laughed when I said I made it. They thought I was joking. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start this up again. So I bought a hoodie, right? A black hoodie. And I put electrical tape. And I put red ink on it. Electrical tape, right? I put it on just to have a vision on what I can see where it's going. So I put it on, I look in the mirror, I'm checking myself out in there, I take some pictures. And then I thought, who do I think I am? Clothing brand. And I took it off and I threw it in the closet. Mm. That was a Friday night. Sunday night, I go to the church. Dr. Gary Alanis comes up there. He started talking like he never started talking before. He gets on the microphone and he goes, you know that dream that y'all have? He goes, that don't let you sleep, that's been hounding you? He said, take it out the closet and give it to the world. Without him even knowing what I was going through. Yeah. So I said, you know what? That's for me. I said, I'm going to take it out the closet and I'm giving it to the world. Yeah. So now we've been to Germany, we've been to France, we've been through all over the world. Like people cop it and they take it over there, they take pictures with it because this message needs to be to the whole world. Yeah. It's a positive message. It brings hope. You know what I'm saying? I had women that had cancer and they said every time they would go to their treatments, they felt good wearing my clothing. The red ink. Yeah. And thank God they're all three of them are healed today. Yeah, but that's the thing, like, man, I want to bring hope. You can still do it. You alive, you breathing, you know? Yeah. So after that, that's when I said, you know what? I'm going to mix what I love for clothing to our culture, to stepping it up, everybody up some. And I've been told, when I first started, they're like, man, your message is too deep. Nobody's going to get it. But I said, you know what? I want to bring them up. Yeah. If it's too deep for you, I want to bring you up so you can start thinking deeper instead of just any old thing.
Nah, for real, man. That's real, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta inspire people, because
that's what we too
many trying to corrupt, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's easy.
Yeah, it's easy, and it seems like so many people get they hats off to it, they like, man, I like to corrupt, and that ain't the way, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it.
It's old.
Yeah, it's old, man.
A lot of people see, because I do a lot of purple, and they're like, oh man, is that because of the brand? And I gotta educate them. I'm like, nah, man. Like you said, I grew up in the Crip neighborhood, right? I grew up on the Crip side, and I lost homeboys to the gang violence, to people wearing red. So if you take red and if you take blue and you mix them together, that means purple. That's purple is royalty. Yeah. So every purple that I rock, that I wear, it means that we're playing together now. We ain't separated no more. Yeah. Because I know we could be together. Because when I went to the penitentiary, I seen dudes from D8 and I seen dudes from Southeast, and they're homeboys. Yeah. And then every time one got, into trouble, they all got into trouble. So why can't we do that before we go to the penitentiary? Yeah. I know it works. I know we can work together. Yeah. Why don't we do that without catching the case and leaving?
Real,
you know what I mean?
For real, bro. Dang, dog, dropping some gems, right? Hey, dropping some knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying?
I love this city.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So So that's when you first got into it. Okay. So that's when you first got into it, and you want to help the community. You know what I'm saying? It's about inspiring and trying to help. You know what I'm saying? The next man or the next youngster trying to do right. You know what I'm saying? So man, I commend you on that, brother, for real, man. So honestly, bro, like you know what I'm saying, on some real, where do you see Brandon in the next 5 years?
I want to be like Fubu, right? I want to be like Fubu where it breaks through the culture. And I want everybody from the culture to start rocking it, right?
Yeah, okay.
But I want it to be a classic like Polo because I want it to never go out of style. You know how some stuff go up and then down, nobody wears that no more. You know what I'm saying? So I want it a classic because the message is never gonna die. And then I want it to be luxurious like Versace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in the next 5 years, man, I really plan on really expanding. Like Scarface, New York, Chicago, LA. You know what I mean? I really want to hit there and hit America. And then we can hit the world. Because Dr. Gary Alanis said, get it out the closet, take it to the world. And I can't take it to the world if I ain't took it in my home yet. I can't take it to the world if I ain't took it in my neighborhood yet. I ain't take it to the world if I ain't hit my city yet. And that's what we're doing now. And that's where we're at now, my city. So what I'm trying to do is north, east, west, south, and all the easts in between. That oh man, we know Reading, and then Dallas next, San Antonio, and Texas, and then you know what I'm saying? Because all of us need to hear the positive message.
Real man, that's what I mean, man. Man, it'll be so live, man. Because I see when they got those like in New York, we doing them big model shows and that'll be so live to have a fashion show.
I've been thinking about it,
man. Out there in New York, hey, come on, out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's live, bro. Hey, but that sounds live though, man. I'm not a clothing, you know what I'm saying, guy. I don't get into like doing clothing, any type of fashion, anything like that. I mean, I'm a hood nigga. But are you gonna like do other than clothing with the brand?
So we're already doing glasses. I want to do some perfume and some cologne.
Oh hell yeah,
I want to do that because there's a story in the Bible where a prostitute, she changed her life because Jesus told her some words, and the gift she gave him was a bottle of cologne, right? It was a perfume, and the perfume cost so much that the Bible says it was a year worth of wages. So if you make 30,000, the bottle was worth 30,000. If you make 60,000, it was 60,000. If you make 100 or something, that's how much it's worth. So she gave it to him and broke it on him and doused him right with it, and it was an alabaster box that she opened up for him to do that. And you always got your haters. Why the waste? Why waste? Right? That was Judas. And he said, "Shut up." What she did was beautiful. And I want to get perfume for the women that don't think that they're good enough because they're working that street, or the school teacher, or everybody that don't think they're that Proverbs 31 woman. I want them to raise up because I was raised around prostitutes too. So I want them to come up. And I lost a few of my friends to that prostitution. Their pimp overdid it and beating them up, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ride for them. I'm still here. I'm gonna ride for them. And that's something that I want, to do. Perfume. I do glasses because I want you to keep your vision, the vision and your dreams that you have. I want to protect them with the glasses. I make hats because your mind and your thinking, if you think, negative and stuff, I want to put something on your head to make you feel positive. Start thinking positive. I want to protect your mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about doing socks. I'm thinking about doing slides. You know what I mean?
That's live.
And then I want to do like Ralph Lauren does, like a purple label, where you don't even see the little horse, right?
Oh, okay.
And that's where you work to the clubs.
That's really nice. Okay.
And I want to, paint the town in red ink. You know what I'm saying? Because they always say paint the town.
You want to paint the town in red ink? That's live, bro. Hey, man, I see the vision, brother. I see it and I believe in it, brother. Real shit. All right, so you speaking on, you know what I'm saying, the prostitution thing, man. Is there any kind of service you provide, you know what I'm saying, like for the community, you know what I mean, other than the clothing line?
Yeah. So I work with Dr. Gary Alanis, and I sit under him. He's my mentor. And he teaches me so much. So he has the church called 633, Church 633. And what I help out what he does. I help out his vision. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be giving away toys. We always give away like 3,000 toys. We do stuff for the community like that. We do stuff for the prostitutes as well. We make and I hate saying it like that, but women that work the night shift or however you want to say it, without trying to lose respect for them. Because I still respect them. It's a hustle. I hustle just the way they did. It's just different areas. So I still got mad respect for them. I love them too. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm above anybody. But
you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have respect for everybody, man. My pops used to have respect for the homeless man. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be that way.
So we do bags for them, care packages. Like we put, hygiene and stuff like that. And to make it feel like women again.
For real.
Some fresh fruits, some candy. And when I say candy, like good candy.
Yeah.
I want them to feel,
Do you have any link numbers, that we can put on the top here? That way y'all can reach out to my boy, you know what I'm saying?
I'll give you the info for Church 633 if y'all want to help. Because giving the toys back, man, we can use as much as help. Or if you need some and you need to come by, and we'll leave you the information on how to do that. Come through, come get, and start listening, learning, and find out who you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's always a good thing.
Nah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, man, he's trying to help the community. You know what I mean? He's trying to help the working women out there who don't got it easy. You know what I mean?
Right.
They kind of having a little rough time. This man here is a little bit of light for y'all. You know what I mean? So, as soon as that information hits the screen here, y'all go ahead and get at him. You know what I mean? Or whatever link that you see here that reaches out to the church. Anything, you know what I mean? You want to help out, man, y'all go ahead and do that, because without each other, man, we ain't gonna do anything, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta help each other. So respect that, my G, you know what I'm saying? All right, man, so that's live, bro. You know what I'm saying? You said the church was 630.
Church 633.
633.
It's right there across the street from the mall, Meet 'em All.
Okay, across from Meet 'em All.
Yeah, you can't miss.
Oh yeah. I do see that big old sign. As a matter of fact, I need to go ahead and swing by, man. I see them always up there doing for the community, toy drives, and I need to pull up, man, and just do what I got to do with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's real. You know what I'm saying? So to the ending a little bit on here. So I thank you for your time again, brother. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate this, G, because ain't nobody gonna, get it going until the first person helps me get this movie.
Right, yeah.
So you hit me up and you said, let's pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
So we're here, you know what I mean? And it was live, and everything we were speaking on was live. And man, if you just can, man, if you could give a young entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying, any advice, you know what I'm saying, in this game, to stay consistent in his business, or just keep on creating, what kind of advice would you give a young entrepreneur?
Never give up. Never give up. Always look for a mentor. And this is the thing too, because a lot of guys, you know why they kill Uncle Paulie? Because he never passed the baton. He's supposed to teach the next person, the capo, and they supposed to take the baton and go on. That all of us want to keep all the power when we're supposed to distribute it.
Yeah.
See, power is knowledge, so that's what I want to teach the kids. But Drew, what if they take your position? I want them to. That's what I'm training them to.
Yeah.
I'm passing the baton, and a lot of us don't want to do that. So if you're an entrepreneur, don't give up. Find somebody that can help you out, even if it's buying them lunch. I guarantee you, if you go to somebody that can help you out and say, listen, let me buy you some lunch. And if you say, well, Andrew, I can't afford that, then you buy him lunch and you drink water and you take notes. You know what I'm saying? You really want to hear, because they'll give you what they learn in their life in only a few minutes.
Yeah.
They went and learned everything in life where they're going to teach you in about 30 minutes or an hour. And you don't have to go through all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you're going to learn two ways. And this is what Dr. Gary Alaniz always told me. You learn through pain or you learn through mentorship. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no more pain. I've been through pain. You got a song called Pain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We've seen a lot of rain.
So let's start living our life being taught with mentors, with a mentorship. Very important. I mean, even street dudes do it. I was my little homie.
Yeah.
I was my little home. I'm showing them how to take this and put this there. But it's time to start teaching the right way.
The better ways, man. You know what I'm saying? There's always a better way, you know what I'm saying?
And there's always money out there.
Yeah, there's always money, there's always opportunity and legit, you know what I'm saying?
Legit.
Nobody got to be out here looking over your shoulders. Nobody got to be on that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're taking it from prime examples here yourself, you know what I'm saying? They walk out them gates and they come to be successful men, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about, brother, you know what I mean? So Man, Andrew, I just want to thank you again, brother, from the bottom of my heart, G, on some real stuff. You don't even understand how much I appreciate this, because you know from 6 months ago I've been trying to get this going.
Yeah.
So
I
you know,
it's the perfect opportunity. It's the perfect storm that finally hit.
Yeah.
And
then the content was dope, bro. Like you educated me, honestly, bro. You put me on some stuff where I'm like, okay, that's where it is. That's what Red Eagle about.
Yeah.
That's 100% got my respect, bro. They already did, but till I'm out of here, bro. It's 100%, G. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much for having me here and your family time that I got going. Hey, man, next time, this is rotation, you know what I'm saying? We out the trenches here. If y'all want, man, y'all get at the homie Andrew, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have some of his information, you know what I'm saying, across the screen, you know what I'm saying, as we speaking, so y'all can reach out, help his cause, help the working women out here in the street that really need it, you know what I'm saying, help the youth. Man, just, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? This is that everyday conversation that rules the nation. Welcome to the rotation. Gia.
You think you big and bad. Oh, your homeboy told you to go out there and do that. And if not, then you ain't down for the hood, huh? I see. Where they at now? You ain't got nobody left to call but your mama. You in for a long ride, homie. Sit down and listen. Peep game. To all the young G's riding, banging.